Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net. Emphasis on the .net. And we are here today for the last time today with air, which includes, and I just wrote it, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And it's for September 8th to the 14th. And I'm just going to jump right in. And the first card I pulled was Clarity of Belief. Air, I find, is always an interesting, because air, there's very intellectual, they go more for the intellect rather than the emotional. So they find it's a little bit harder for air to always feel the energy. And I'm including myself in this because I'm a Libran and a Gemini. So, well, I understand I have Gemini moon and Gemini rising. I don't know what that means, but clarity of belief. And clarity of belief is very, it's something that's actually very important in spiritual inclinations, because there's certain things you want to believe, but it doesn't feel right. And certain things you don't want to believe, but are right. And certain things that just feel right. But knowing what you feel and coming from different backgrounds, from different spiritual backgrounds, different religious backgrounds, we are taught and trained early in life what is good, what is bad. For instance, and this is just an example, in some religions, it is not okay for a woman to love a woman or a man to love a man. And to their belief, it's against God's will. And other people's belief, it's perfectly fine for as long as there's love between each other. And so there's two divergent beliefs, and only you can tell which one is right for you. All right, but this is where you want to get your clarity of belief. Does it feel right? Does it resonate in your mind? And if it doesn't, then look at it and find out why. And it might be that you want to clarify your belief system. All right, basis of the card today is Seven of Wands. Hi, everybody. Seven of Wands, one of my favorite cards. And the reason being, it's somebody who's worked and learned and got to the place where they're confident in how to survive and deal with life situations. And that's really important. You know, there are so many people who haven't had the experiences, or if they've got experiences and they failed, and then they class themselves as a failure rather than classing themselves as, wow, that was a lesson learned, which is, again, a clarity of belief. And there's no such thing as a failure, honestly. There's only lessons learned, or, yeah, I did pretty good. How many times did we have to fail before we got the clarity of belief, right? So the truth is, we work, we grow, and we become proficient in life regardless of what happens. And again, this is something to do with being pleased or content with our life, because I got Eight of Pentacles next. And Eight of Pentacles is a master craftsman who's learned his craft and is pleased with what he's doing in life. Basically, similar energies, different perspectives. But it is being proficient in life. Why? Why would it be proficient in life? What pushes it to that point? We have 10 of Swords. That's exactly what I'm talking about. All those things that happened in our past when we felt attacked, or were actually attacked, or things pushed us the wrong way. But When you look at it, the energy is in the past, it's not in the future. And the sun is coming up. We're moving into a new, brighter day. And what just passed? Well, it's Two of Wands, time for a change. The Two of Wands is a business card. And this has so far been very business oriented. Master craftsman, a farmer looking, protecting his land. That's business, right? So something has to do with the energy of business this week for air. And this is changing. This is allowing in the everyday magics. And once we allow the everyday magic in, or realize that everything is everyday magic, things are going to shift and change for us in a really bright way. Immediately, and it's a week, right? Remember, it's a week. Four of Wands. So that's a coming together. Generally, that's my marriage card, but maybe a few people are going to get married, but not everybody. So it's a coming together. Things are working well for you in a very positive way, though you feel not just content, but happy. And interesting card that comes up next, talking about everyday magics, the Princess of Pentacles. And she is the epitome of everyday magic, leaving behind the old thought processes, moving into the new thought processes. Of even, well, my friend yesterday on In Depth with Elizabeth, she said, washing dishes can be magical. You work with water, which is a magical base, clears, it cleans, it creates, and it gives you health. I mean, if we didn't clean our utensils, we would not be quite as healthy as we could be. But working with it can be, oh damn, I just have to do this again. Or it can be, oh, this is so cool. Look at the way the water moves. Look at the energy that flows. It's how you look at it. It's how you choose to deal with it. And what's going to happen for the rest of the week? It looks like somewhere along the line, you're just going to jump on and make a change. You're not a thought out change, but luckily for you, it's an okay change. You are supported by the horse who gives you strength and who is also looking after you, at least in this card. So change is something that's going to happen for you this week. And then it comes to the Six of Wands, because you don't necessarily think it out, but you have learned to use your intuition and follow your instincts. And when I say instincts, I mean your heart instincts. We have evolved past gut instincts, so we are now in the heart instincts. So we're following our heart instinct. And what does this say? Six of Wands. It's somebody who's worked very hard and they are in the winner's circle. This week should be a very good week for air. And I'm not saying it's easy, because they're never going to be easy. So some of it's going to be easy and just slide through. And that would be really nice to have a mini vacation from everything. But it's going to be upbeat. The energy, if you look for it, and again, everyday magics, look for it. It's going to bring you positivity. It's going to bring you some form of abundance, because this is a winner's circle. You win something. So one of the things that's going to come up is the Princess of Cups, which again, that has to do with the subconscious. The subconscious brings up a lot of energy, a lot of that which has been hidden. In this case, I think it's going to bring up that which has not been hidden quite so deeply. I feel that it has more to do with cleaning up old energies that we would have liked to forgotten, but we know is there. So it's easy to do this week. If you know that it's there, just pull it out and do it, because we're coming to an end of a cycle. This is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is a cycle ending, beginning, of course, card. And it's also a rising up. And what the truth is, when the cycle ends, new one begins. Doesn't necessarily. Most people when the cycle ends, before they get into the new cycle, they find that the old energy and the new energy is still hanging on to them. So they feel like they've got a foot in both sides and they feel a little off balance. Look for the magic this time, because what you're moving towards is the magician, where you can and you will bring in powerful, powerful energies. And I'm going to just add these on, even though I'm usually finished by now. This 10 of Pentacles, you have support. You've got people coming in to support you. Guides, angels, whatever you believe in. And the last card is Judgment. And there used to be, when you got the Judgment card, you'd sort of shake in your boots. Nowadays, the Judgment is, honestly, and clarity, is that we are doing really well, and we're coming in to the light. We're seeing things with clarity of belief. So that is the far most important card. And 3 major arcana. That's this again. This is a week to remember. Well, you don't have to remember it, but I suspect you will, because it will have a mix of oh darn and wow, that's so cool energy. It's that so cool energy that is the powerful one. That oh darn one is just, it's there. It's a reminder. So clarity of belief. It is your time to shine. It is your time to grow. It is your time to be that which, well, you want to glow, basically. You want to glow from the inside out, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And you have it all. You are ready for it. And at that, I'm going to say, hey, hi, how is everybody? Do we have any questions?
Yes. Eyes Like Stars says hello.
Hi.
Mellow Yellow says, don't feel right, don't believe it.
That's right, exactly.
Nini says, how does Dario feel about Briche and their last conversation?
Dario feels all about Briche?
Briche, yeah.
Okay. He's kind of, it's, the look he gave me was, I don't know. It sort of threw him off track, I think, a little bit. He was not expecting that conversation to have occurred in the way it occurred. He hasn't figured out what he feels yet. At this point he's just going and he hasn't settled down to think. He may have reacted, but he hasn't thought it out yet. What are you leaning towards? And at the moment, the only thing I'm getting is his stomach is going, and he doesn't really know. He asked, again, I've said this a few times today, ask me next week. He hasn't made up his mind yet. And he's not leaning any direction at the moment. It's just sort of like, oh my God, I don't know how to deal with this. Or that, oh my God, might have made me putting that into paraphrasing quite a bit. Okay.
Mellow Yellow says, perception is everything.
It really is. And the more we have clarity of belief or seeing the light, the easier it is. And the truth is, it's the Occam's razor. The simplest answer is probably going to be the right answer. So if you make it convoluted, it's probably not right.
Eyes Like Stars asks, hello, Eliz-sha. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I was wondering if I should apply for jobs now or wait for financial assistance.
Wait for financial assistance to start her own business? Could you clarify that for me, please? Because I have a twofold energy on that. If you're waiting to start your own business, then you would want to go out and get people who will follow you to your business because you're really good at it.
Yes, to start my own business.
Oh, okay. I would. I don't know if this is possible, but I feel that if you start your own business, it will be. Well, it takes work. It takes time, but it will ultimately be very good if you can start working now, but working as a freelance contractor rather than for somebody. Maybe if you've got the equipment, put up an ad that you will go to people's homes if you know them and trust them, and or go to old folks' homes and see if you can work with them, but build up a clientele while you're waiting for financial assistance. Prove to yourself and to the people who are going to give it to you that you're a go-getter. I don't feel any real strong negatives for you getting the assistance at all. But hey, you know how banks and assistants work. It feels like it takes forever and you're pulling your hair out. So just even with it's just you're going to your great Aunt Millie's and saying, hey, I'm doing this. Would you like it? A freebie? And maybe while I'm doing a freebie for you, you could ask your friends to come in and they can pay for it. But sort of thing.
Cosmetologists, they're the ones that teach you how to do makeup, right?
I believe so. I'm not really very good at.
Yeah, no,
we're not very.
We don't know the lingo of all jobs.
No, we really don't.
Or titles of all jobs.
But
this is just my opinion. Offer to do parties, like
wedding parties,
but like
or have parties.
There people who sell, and this is going to get a little graphic, sex toys. Have women or men come together and have a sex toy party to have, like, not physical demonstrations, but explanations of how the toys can help pleasure and enhance your sex life. We
don't have to go that far.
I know, but do not sex toys, obviously, but do something like that and just have a party where women can come and drink, and men can come and drink wine or have beer.
And it might be that you want to make a guy up to look beautiful.
Yeah.
And just because it's fun.
Yeah.
So make it fun. And most guys are up for getting dressed in women's clothes, I noticed. So to have fun, do things that are fun, get your name known, and people will remember you. You don't want it to go too wild, of course, because it's a business, but get out there and just do. Does that make sense? Thank you.
Shantae G says, with a $10 super chat, says, any messages about my love life?
Shantae, that's a nice name. Let me see what I can pick up, Shantae. So the first thing I get is don't rush anywhere. That what you're going through, what you felt is passing. Don't, and this is really bad, don't put all your eggs in one basket, which means don't put all your hopes on one person. At this point, for the next 3 weeks to a month, be open. Be open to anything. What comes after that will be a surprise, but a good surprise. And it might be that which you're hoping for, that you really want, will turn around. But in the meantime, be open to anything, and don't be too wild. Don't want to go that far, but have fun. Have careful fun. All right. You want to go out and you want to dance. You don't want to dance like a crazy person, sort of thing. You want to go out and drink 1 or 2 drinks, not till you can't think straight. You want to go. You want to go out and. You don't want to go overboard on anything at this moment. You want to stay in the middle. You want to stay very balanced at this moment, is basically what I'm trying to say. But you need to have fun. You need to release. You need to let go for you to go forward into this new, because you are moving forward into a new period in your life, really new period in your life, and it is different from what you're anticipating. It will be better than what you're anticipating. Oh, what else? Make sure whenever you are that you look like a princess or a queen. Hold your head up, walk straight, be very proud, and let nobody's thoughts but your own be your master. Don't worry what anybody else thinks or says. And I'm going to say this includes your mother, your sister, your brothers. Family are always very vocal, not necessarily right. Be very proud, and it may feel that it's a sham, but it pays dividends. Remember, you are coming into a new period of your life. Your vibrations are moving up, and whomever you are falling in love with may not be the same kind of energy that you have fallen in love with before. Be open for change. I hope that's sufficient. Was there anything you wanted to add?
No.
Okay.
Raindrop says hello. How do other people see me? Thank you. Also, liked and subscribed.
Thank you. Raindrop.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. Sorry.
So, how they see you and how you are doesn't seem to mesh. Because what I'm seeing when I look at your energy, the inside core of you, I see this power, this fire, this iron rock, not rock pole, and it's flaming and it's beautiful and it's sort of whoosh, and then it comes down. What you present to the world is a bit softer and gentler, to the point that you're a little too humble. And I'm going to suggest very strongly that you shake that facade off and walk your walk. People are going to be shocked as hey, but be who you truly are. And once you're truly who you are, you will find it so much easier just to live life every day. But pretending, and you're very beautiful, your facade is very beautiful, but it's still a facade. It's not who you are. Part of what you present to the world is kind of like a energy of a fairy, not very grounded. And in truth, you come from the core of the earth. And you are very grounded. You don't use your intellect around people. You think it, you don't say it. And there's nothing wrong with what you think. You're actually quite brilliant. And honestly, the core of who you are, I like a lot. I like that fire. I like the passion. I like the drive. And you're right, it will scare the hay out of people. Not your problem. Unless it's a job, then you want to tone it down a bit. Uh, because money is money. Until we don't need money, money is money. But you will find if you, and that did not answer your question, I realize, but I find if you be who you are, the center of who you are, life will be easier. And you are this powerhouse, be the powerhouse. Do it in gentle steps. You don't have to throw off your facade and say, yeah, this is me. Do it step by step until you're confident and comfortable with it. But please do it. All right.
Sariswari says, Yay, Libra! She also asks, Hi there, can I know what Pisces is thinking about me currently? Thank you.
Okay. First thing Pisces said was too hot to handle, like burning my fingers. But at the same time, there's it's sort of like a moth to a light. It keeps pulling back, can't leave. The energy is very strong. Okay, this is very strange, and I never say this, and I'm saying it the way it was said. It's, I love ya, but not I love you. It's I love ya. Okay, so there's a slight different energy to that than I love you. It's it's more like baby step. Okay, take it for what it is. Um, it's not a commitment, but it's a tendril thrown out there to possibly be a commitment. Okay.
Laura H. says, Hi, Alicia and Elle. Nice to see you online. May I have a general message, please?
So generally speaking, this week coming up, there's some. It does appear there is a decision that has to be made, and it's probably an important one. It may not appear to be important, but honestly, you're going to find that it has ramifications that you haven't thought through. It seems to be a no-brainer decision, but step back, take a look, check it out, and follow the ramifications to daydream what the potential could be. And it looks like there's three possible avenues that where things can shift and change. Okay. And it looks like a small decision, but it has ramifications. So choose the one that's the brightest colors and the most joy. My advice, mind you. All right.
Mellow Yellow says, Great reference for a party, Elle. Laughing face.
You'd think she was a party animal, right?
I'm really not. I prefer to be in my PJs. Eyes Like Stars says, Sounds great. Thank you. Sariswari says, All the best eyes. Shante says, Thank you to the compliment of her name. Rosemary Gallet. Yeah. I'm gonna Rosemary Gallet.
Let's go. We've got the first name right.
Yeah. Will I ever find true love?
That's a hard one. It's hard because the first step is loving yourself, and it invariably has to be if that step. Uh, Once you love yourself, the rest falls into place. Honestly, true love start with friendship. But let me ask. Oh, okay, what you're feeling right now, it's passing. Don't, it's frustrating. It's time consuming. Not time consuming. It's energy consuming. It makes you feel like, what the heck? Pull the blankets over my head. It's passing. Look look at what you have learned so far in your life, and realize you've learned a lot. Realize that what you've done repeatedly before, you're no longer going to repeat those patterns, because you've seen it, and you've made a choice not to. And so, again, I'm going to suggest very strongly, look inside, find out what in you that you love, find out what in you that you don't love, and find out why you don't love it, and love it. And once you can love yourself, and it's an easy word to say, I love myself. It took me years to learn how to do it. You can do it much faster because the energy is with you. And the energy, maybe this will help. What I see of you, the core of you, is a very beautiful. It's almost like lavender raining down. And with it, I actually get a scent of something soft and sweet and gentle. You are you are not fragile, though, because your energy is soft and gentle. Does not make you fragile. Water by itself appears to be nothing. It flows around. It doesn't go through. But you give it time, it will excavate a whole Grand Canyon, right? So your form of strength is the fact that you are a very soft, gentle, loving soul, and people have taken advantage of you. That's their problem. I mean, it might have cost you things, but it is still their problem for not recognizing and seeing what the value they have in front of them with you. So realize that for all your gentleness, you are a powerful individual, and you are part of the Godhead, or the God mind. And I have no idea if I actually answered the question.
Mellow Yellow asks, any messages about Pisces moon?
Pisces moon's being a little cocky right now, but I have a feeling it's kind of like, fish. Have you ever gone fishing? You reel them in, you let them out. You reel them in, you let them out, and they wear themselves out. He's being cocky because he knows he's being reeled in, and it has to be his decision. Make sure he thinks it's his decision. And women have been doing that for eons. You want a ladder? You say, "Hey, wouldn't it be nice to have a ladder? Wow, if we had a ladder, we could clean the soffits out." 3 weeks later, "Hey, I had a great idea. I'm going to buy a ladder." You know how to do it. Let it be his idea, but he's being reeled in, and it's not there yet. I would love to say that he was there, and the potential is there very strongly, like 69% potential right at the moment. Again, ask me next week.
Uh,
It seems like he knows, and he's not really fighting it too hard at the moment. But ask me next week.
just real quick, Rosemary says, "Thank you, my dear Emmanuel." That's the person doing the reading is named Elisha. The disembodied voice in the background, that's me. I'm Emmanuel.
Yeah, or L.
Or L.
But she does a lot of. She helps with the energy.
I'm just not up front in the camera.
Yeah, she's not up front.
Anyhow, she adds, I'm sad inside. You are right. I am Aquarian and yes, have been taken advantage of.
And I've been there, done that. I got the t-shirt. Look at it. Figure out what you learned. Revel in the fact you've learned it. And realize, hey, it was just a lesson. Forgive yourself. And from forgiving yourself does come the opening of love. Once I forgave myself for some of the really dumb things I did in life, that's when I grew spiritually. And hey, takes a lot of stupid things to make a smart old lady.
Raindrop says, wow, thank you. Thank you. That's why I hate it, because it intimidates people. And wow, thank you so much for your wisdom.
I know that. I did it myself.
I think we all have at some point or another.
Any of us who are on the spiritual path, we're powerful individuals, and it scares the hay out of people. But there are ways of doing it where it becomes a little less intimidating, a little less scary. And then people turn around and tell you, hey, you're really intimidating. All you have to do is sit there and look at them, and it's intimidating. And I go, what? Just get used to it. Honest to God, just get used to it.
What other people think of you is none of your business.
Exactly. It truly is none of our business.
Yep.
If it is, we'd all end up in a curl on the floor.
You can't really stop somebody else's thoughts.
No, because it revolves around who they are, not who you are.
Okay.
So the energy's high, can you tell?
Rachel Spalding says,
hi, Rachel.
I would really love to hear some positive news. Do you see
sun came up this morning?
Do you see something good happening soon, please?
Rachel. So when I go in, that song from Tomorrow. Elle, what's that from?
Annie.
From Annie. That's what I heard. Tomorrow. So get out there and sing. Get out there and raise your own energy. I understand what you're feeling. And yes, it sucks. Been there again. Like I said, I've got the t-shirt. You don't get to my age without getting a lot of t-shirts. Once you've... So, Rachel, I'm going to suggest you message me. My name is Eliz-sha Keating on Messenger. And I know what will help. I know something I can do.
On Facebook.
On Facebook Messenger. You can do it on here too, but everybody can read it.
And
not on Wisdom Seekers Facebook, my own personal, because all my admins can read what's written as well, which is fine. They're great people. But if you want it between you and me, Eliz-sha Keating, and it's ELIZ
-SHA. I will put it in
Keating,
in the chat.
Keating, it's Keating it's eating with a K in front of it. And with my unique first name, it's not hard. Plus I have a Black Panther with a moon behind it as my logo, as my whatever they're called. Message me. I know exactly what you need. Or
if you don't have Facebook, because it's coming up that a lot that people don't sign up for Facebook anymore. Go to info@wisdomseekers.net.
Yeah,
And
message
you can email her through.
it will go
through
to my
that.
email, and then we can. It's just easier to talk. Message. It's just easier to talk rather than going back and forth through an email.
Okay. She says, okay, thank you.
Okay. Did we miss anybody?
That's what I'm double checking. But no. Okay, Maria Herrera says, hello.
Hi, Maria.
Melody Yellow says, every great mom has a brilliant daughter as a narrator. Great job.
Yeah, I have 3.
Yep.
Different narrations, but 3.
I'm the youngest of them.
Yeah, and the most vocal.
I mean, I have my moments. Somebody has to listen to me.
I listen to you.
Diane Delivers. Deb Villers.
De Viller.
Says hi.
Hi, Diane. I think that's a French name.
Yeah, you might be right. Rosemary says, I'm Irish. Elijah Keating is an Irish name.
It is. Very. And Keating is my maiden name. It's not the name I had when I was married. So yes, don't I look Irish? I'm Canadian though, but
it's not spelled as it is in the Bible with the Elija.
But it is taken from the Bible.
Yeah.
But it was because it is my energy is from the line of Elijah, but I'm not them. But my energy is from that lineage. But not genetically, spiritually.
But it's Eliz-sha.
Yeah, it's a sha.
S-H-A.
But it was actually taken from that reference. You're right.
Yeah, and it's a Z or a Z instead of a J.
Yeah.
Diane is from South Africa.
Nice.
And then Pretty Tragedy says hello.
That's a new one.
Yes. So is Diane. And I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, Diane. I'm trying. I promise. Rosemary adds, you do look Irish. My
I do,
ex
don't I?
was French, hence my surname.
Oh, get it? Yeah, my ex is French too.
You gotta love them French names, eh?
Yeah. My daughter's name is Desero.
Yeah, as you can read in the chat.
It's very French.
It's very French. Though don't ask me to speak French because I can't.
She can speak Spanish.
I can speak Spanish. That's as close as my French gets.
You can understand a lot of French. Though.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been on for 42 minutes.
Happily. Wow.
Yeah. If anybody has one last quick question, we will get to it. Otherwise, Diane asks, can I get a message from the divine pretty, please? You pronounce it correctly. Yay!
It's from the divine. So everything is the divine. You realize that, right? Yes, rock. It's part of the divine. My pink, because I didn't want the red mouse, is from the divine. Everything is you need to go listen to Elizabeth and I talk on the Wisdom Seekers Facebook. It was an hour and a half. We talked about the Godhead mind.
She's narrowed it down to say about her life.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just being obnoxious.
I mean,
I have to do that every once in a while, you know. So hang on. So this is a very common thread this week. People go out there and have fun. You're taking life too seriously. It's time to, and life has been really stressful the last, whatever. How long have you been on the spiritual path? It's been stressful. And that's just part of it because we've made a choice to change the old into the new. And because we've made that choice, life, and because we have resistance. If we didn't have resistance, we wouldn't be able to change things. Go out, have some fun. What is your idea of fun? I don't know. They always show me people going out dancing, but in your case, I feel it has something more to do with a really good book and a really good cup of tea or something like that, and an earmuff so you don't have to listen to other people. Do what is best for you. And your guides, they suggest that you don't burn the candle at both ends all the time, which means you're probably not getting quite enough sleep. And they go, yes, you're not getting enough sleep. You've got really cool guides, by the way. They also want you to reach out and start talking to them a little more. They said, you don't need to talk to this lady. You can do it yourself, which I feel is rather true. You can do it yourself. But it's always good to get a third person perspective. I believe I reach out and I ask other people. When it's about myself, I ask, because it's too easy to put our own ideas in place. Generally speaking, they're a little worried about you, or because you're intense, and you put so much energy into things. But they're very happy or proud of you, and they have a gift for you. Very interesting gift, and you really work hard. There's energy coming directly from your oversoul. It's a very thin line of light. Be open to receiving it, because it's the beginning. It's just the beginning, and they're doing it in little pieces so that when it gets to the full amount, you'll be able to receive it. Oh. So they just said something to me in a language I cannot even begin to pronounce or understand. My interpretation of that is listen very closely to which means quiet the mind, allow them to talk to you, and they will tell you what you need to know. That message is private. I'm not to know, otherwise it would not come in and have no idea what language it is. Be ready for it. Accept it. If you do automatic writing, if you don't, try automatic writing. It's kind of fun. Just write whatever and then stop thinking and keep on writing. But you want to start out with a sentence, even with it is the old, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Okay. And then just keep on writing from there without thinking. But you have a lot of energy to share and pass along. At this moment, it is time to look after you. Period. No negotiation. Look after yourself.
Okay. We're going to have to wrap it up soon because we're getting more rather than less. But in between times, we do have a live YouTube happening Monday.
I'm not sure who's doing it. It'll be here on this site, and it's specifically just to answer questions.
So if we don't get to your questions because it is getting late and we still have to make food and walk our dogs, please.
And I actually have to do some work on my website.
Yeah. We also have a live Q&A on Facebook every now and then.
Yeah, go to wisdomseekers.net. We have a calendar of events. It's even color-coded. I'm pretty proud of myself. And tomorrow on Wisdom Seekers Facebook at 11 Pacific time, I'm going to do I call it catching up with the God mind. It's simply a time and a space to sit quietly and allow yourself that place to be spiritual, just with yourself or with whomever you're with. And it's supposed to be just a break, so that there's no praying. There's a spiritual reading. Then you get to ask questions about spirituality. And I will have a young lady on, Veronique, who has been trained by one of my readers and is extremely knowledgeable. So she has a lot of good answers. And you're all welcome to come. If you don't listen to it at 11, it's going to be on forever.
Also, as Mom said, questions are welcome.
Spiritual
But
questions.
if you have questions to add to the discussion, you're welcome to join in the discussion as well.
We might actually put it so that I can add and subtract guesses.
Yeah, for those who are interested, we will we'll see tomorrow. We'll maybe pin a link.
So, for instance, we have a young lady in Middle Europe. She asked us the most amazing questions. I would love to pop her on and talk to her for a bit.
Yeah.
But we get her questions and we go, okay, did we answer that or not? She's a real amazing lady. Lily.
Also, quickly, just rewinding back to the website, we realize it is hard to navigate. So if you have any issues of any kind, if you could possibly give us that feedback through info@wisdomseekers.net.
So we can give it to our webmaster.
And we are trying to fix that, and any feedback is more than welcome.
Really, it is. Because
and Rosemary would like a private reading with you. I sent her your link, and I told her to.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
And if not, Facebook. Facebook is the easiest way to get a hold of anybody.
Yeah, Messenger
or email.
Messenger. I do Skype, Messenger. I'm going to have to up my game and get some other face-to-face too.
We might even have to purchase an iPad for those who.
We might actually have to do an iPad. Yes.
Okay. So going back quickly to a couple more questions.
I'm running out of steam, by the way, people.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry.
We will do one more question.
We'll see how many, but I am running out of steam. Oh, thank God that one long one is you.
Pretty Tragedy asks, hold on, if they can get a message as well. I was sent here for a reason.
Pretty Tragedy?
Yeah.
So the first thing I got for you was you really need to express yourself. And I'm going to go with assumption of either you need to act or you need to write, but you need to express. Because you know those faces, the happy, the sad faces for drama? That's what came up for me. You are, and it doesn't have to be fabulous. It doesn't have to be on Broadway. It can simply be a YouTube where you express yourself. You do a blog. Is it blog or vlog?
V.
A vlog
with a V.
A vlog, and start talking. Start sharing. You have a lot to share. You're blocking your energy by not sharing. Okay, hang on. And I would start out with a vlog, literally. And I can't give you any pro tips because the only thing I know is what my daughter told me. But, make sure your eyebrows are dark. Make sure that your face shows up. Make sure you have a really good cam.
Or most people just use their phones.
Or use your phone. I was thinking of YouTube.
Yeah, most people just use their phones.
Okay, in that case. And just sit there and talk. And it doesn't have to be deep. It doesn't have to be anything. It can be simply talking about your experiences of the day. But as you do this, as you express yourself, and basically the most important thing is that you express yourself in a way that allows other people to share with you. As you do that, you will find that your expression of self becomes deeper, stronger, more powerful, and you will gather an audience. You have something to share. It is basically time to share. Um, on a different side, your name is very beautiful, but it might be time to change it to something that is more who you're becoming, because that is what you have been. Now it's what you're becoming, and it is. It's a lovely name. It's very. It was you. It's no longer you. So as you do this, I see the energy around you literally cracking like a shell falling away, and the light coming out, coming in, out, both ways, just a glow. There is something unique about you and your way you express yourself. The world needs to hear it. Even with it, the world has is 2 or 3 followers to begin with. I'm not sure if that's what you wanted to hear. That's what I was given. Go for it. And send me your link.
We'll blast it out for you.
We will do that actually.
And sometimes just I did a YouTube video once. Probably will never do it again. But
She just does it every day with me.
yeah. But I just, for me, when I did it, there was this mind blowing thought that I couldn't get out of my head no matter what I tried to do. So I just
She
talked
just did it.
and posted it.
And you don't have to have a mind blowing thought to start out with. Those will come.
Yeah.
I promise you. You have them. You might not know that you have them. They will come.
I just bring that up because it was a topic that I could just talk about.
Spew about.
It didn't really mean anything. Yeah, I just spewed out words. It didn't really mean anything, but it got it out of my head.
And it could be simply that you to go out and have a cup of coffee and share it with YouTube or whomever you do it. YouTube seems to be the better modality, honestly.
Yeah. And so we're at 4:11. We still need to finish cooking food.
So that my daughter's telling me we have to go.
Well, we don't have to, but you were also saying you were getting
I am getting tired.
And it's been close to an hour.
And we're only supposed to be on like 20 minutes.
So join us again Monday. Keep tabs on our calendar or join our newsletter for upcoming events.
Or join Wisdom Seekers Facebook group, our Wisdom Seekers Facebook. We do ads for everything that's coming up. Wednesday we have on Wisdom Seekers Facebook, we have Nikki doing a meditation for creating money, manifesting money. And we just did one, and it's still viable, still up for manifesting miracles, basically, or manifesting meditation with Anna Lou. 2 different women, powerful energies, worth your while. Thursday we'll probably have a connect with Erin on Wisdom Seekers, where we sit and talk and chat. She will do a few readings. Friday we'll be back here again. I do believe, I'm not 100% sure, that Sabi, who does communications with animals, is on. I can't remember when. I think it's the 12th.
For specific dates and times,
go to Wisdom Seekers
that have to deal with Facebook. Go to join our newsletter.
Yeah.
Also, ring the bell for all notifications here on YouTube because we don't have a schedule.
We try to do it around 6 o'clock on Mondays.
Yeah, that's pretty much our only schedule. But for
Try to.
the weeklies, it kind of varies on time.
Yeah,
So,
and family. What's happening in the family?
So ring the bell, get all notifications. We might annoy you twice a day for a week or a couple days. No big deal.
Yeah.
Just join, enjoy.
Okay. I'm tired. I gotta go.
Bye.
Namaste, namasko, and as always, I just love being here with you all. And come and join us. Go see Elizabeth on Friday. It was really interesting. She is a super smart lady. It's already up. Just find it on Wisdom Seekers, okay? Thank you, Rosemary. I'm going to go now. Bye.